Hello students, welcome to the zoology class. Today we are going to discuss about phylum Echinodermata. I am Dr. P. Rosina George, Assistant Professor in Zoology in St. Joseph College for Women, Autonomous, Visakhapatnam. You will learn about general characteristics, classification, water vascular system, MCQs, and references. The learning outcomes are: by the end of this topic, you will be able to list the general characteristics of phylum Echinodermata. You can describe the key structural features of Echinodermata such as symmetry, body organization, and endoskeleton. You will be able to classify Echinodermata into its major classes with suitable examples, and you can explain the structure of the water vascular system. And you can describe the functions of the water vascular system in locomotion and feeding. Let's discuss the general characteristics of phylum Echinodermata. These are exclusively marine organisms. They possess organ system grade of organization. These are triploblastic, and adults are radially symmetrical while the larvae are bilaterally symmetrical. They have phylum in them, and body is without segmentation. Head is absent, but there is presence of 2 feet. The shape of the body is flat or star-like or spherical or elongated. There is presence of water vascular system. Mouth is present on ventral side, while anus is present on dorsal side. Digestive system is complete in these organisms. Respiration occurs by papillae, gills, or cloacal respiratory tree. Nervous system is absent. Circulatory system is reduced, heart is absent, and blood has no pigment. Excretory system is absent in echinoderms. Sexes are mostly dioecious and rarely monoecious. Reproduction takes place sexually by chematic fusion and asexually by regeneration. Fertilization is external and development is indirect with characteristic larvae. Let's see the classification of phylum Echinodermata. It is divided into 5 classes: Asteroideae, Ophiuroideae, Echinoideae, Holothuroideae, and Crinoideae. Let's discuss all the classes one by one. Class Asteroideae organisms are flattened, star-shaped with 5 arms. They possess 2 feet with a sucker. There is presence of calcareous plates and movable spines. Respiratory organs are papillae. Some examples are Asterias, commonly called as starfish, Astropecten, Juraster, Oriaster. In class Ophiuroideae, organisms' body is flat with pentamerous disc. They possess a long arm which is sharply demarcated from the central disc. They possess 2 feet without sucker. Anus and intestine are absent in them. Respiratory organ are bursy. Some examples are Ophioderma, Ophiothrix, Astrophyton, Amphiuria, etc. In class Echinoideae, organisms' body is disc-like hemispherical and they are devoid of arms or free rays. They possess 2 feet with a sucker. They possess compact skeleton and movable spines. Some examples are Echinus, commonly called as sea urchin, Sidaris, Arpacia, echinocardium, diaderma, etc. In class Holothuridae, organism's body is elongated in the oral-aboral axis and it is like a cucumber. They have no arms, spines and pedicellary. The 2 feet are sucking type which is modified into tentacles and form a circle around mouth. Respiratory organs are cloacal respiratory tree. Some examples are Cucumaria, commonly called as sea cucumber, Holothuria, Mesothuria, etc. In class Crinoideae, the body is star-shaped. Some of the forms are extinct and some are living forms. Arms are bifurcated with 2 pinnules. They have 2 feet without suckers. Examples are Neometra, Antedon, Rhizocrinus, etc. Let's discuss about the water vascular system of starfish. The water vascular system is a modified part of coelom and consists of a system of seawater filled canals having certain corpuscles. It plays most vital role in the locomotion of the animals and comprises of madreporite, stone canal, ring canal, Tideman bodies, Polian vesicles, radian canal, lateral canal, 2 feet, etc. Let's discuss one by one all the parts of the vatovascular system. Madreporite is a rounded calcareous plate occurring on the aboral surface of the central disc in interradial position. Its surface bears a number of radiating, narrow, straight or wavy grooves or furrows. Each furrow contains many minute pores at its bottom. Each pore leads into a very short, fine, tubular pore canal which passes inward in the substance of the madreporite. There may be about 200 pores and pore canal. The pore canals unite to form the collecting canals, which open into an ampulla beneath the madreporite. The ampulla opens into a S-shaped stone canal. The stone canal extends downwards and opens into a ring canal around the mouth. The wall of stone canal are supported by a series of calcareous rings. The lumen of stone canal is lined by very tall flagellated cells. In embryonic stages and young asterias, the stone canal remains a simple tube, but in adult asterias, lumen of stone canal possesses a prominent ridge with 2 spirally rolled lamellae. The ring canal or water ring is located to the inner side of the peristomial ring of ossicles and directly above to the hyponeural ring sinus. It is wide and pentagonal or 5-sided. The ring canal gives out interradially 9 small yellowish irregular or rounded glandular bodies called racemose or Tideman bodies from its inner margins. The Tideman body rests upon the peristomial ring of ossicles. The actual function of Tideman bodies is still unknown. However, they are supposed to be lymphatic glands to manufacture the amoebocytes of the water vascular system. The ring canal gives off on its outer side in the interradial position 1, 2 or 4 little pear-shaped thin-walled contractile bladder or reservoirs with long necks called Polian vesicles. They are supposed to regulate pressure inside ambulacral system and to manufacture amoeboid cells of ambulacral systems. Radial canal. From its outer surface, the ring canal gives off these radial water canal into each arm that runs throughout the length of the arm and terminates as the lumen of terminal tentacle. In the arm, the radial water canal runs immediately to the oral side of the ambulacral muscles. In each arm, the radial canal gives out two series of short, narrow, transverse branches called lateral or podial canals. Each lateral canal is attached to the base of a tube foot and is provided with a valve to prevent backward flow of fluid into the radial canal. As already mentioned, there are 4 rows of tube feet in each ambulacral groove. A tube feet is a hollow, elastic, thin-walled, closed cylinder or sac-like structure having an upper sac-like ampulla, a middle tubular podium, and a lower disc-like sucker. So the tube feet are the chief locomotory and respiratory organ of Asterias. Let's see the functions of water vascular system. The water vascular system in echinoderms has 3 main functions. The water vascular system is used mainly for locomotion. The inner wall of the vascular canals are provided with cilia. The beating of the cilia causes the seawater to enter through the medullary. Finally, the seawater reaches the tube feet and their ampulla. The ampullae contract. The walls at the junction of the lateral canals and tube feet prevent the flow of water into radial canals. The water is forced into the podia. The podia are elongated and projected out through the ambulacral groove. Then the suckers are applied to the substratum. The tube feet now contract and push the body forward. The water from the tube feet is pushed into the ampulla. Hence, the tube feet shorten. The suckers are released. Then the ampulla contracts and the whole process is repeated. The other functions of water vascular system are for food capture. The tube feet are used to capture the prey. The suckers are used to open the shells of mollusks. And as attachment, starfish can be attached to the rocks by the tube feet. To conclude, the phylum Echinodermata represents a unique and highly specialized group of marine invertebrates characterized by radial symmetry, a calcareous endoskeleton, and remarkable regenerative abilities. Their classification into distinct classes reflects a wide diversity in form and function. A key feature, the water vascular system plays a vital role in locomotion, feeding, and respiration, highlighting an advanced level of physiological adaptation. Now take a break and answer these questions. The most important features of Echinodermata are: the most distinctive features of echinoderms is the presence of. The answers are all the above and water vascular system. These are some of the references for this topic and web links for this topic. With this, we have come to the end of this lecture. Thank you.